can you dance with GODANCE?
Away, masculine. Okay, I'm ready.
Action. Tell us who you
Okay.
are. Tell us what is your why dance?
Mm.
Start there. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Simone Momplé. I have just turned 40. I'm very proud of it. Yes, thank you very much.
40 years on this earth. 40,
Yes.
40 times around the sun.
Yo, it's been a ride.
Yeah.
And in that time, I've started a company called GODANCE, which I'm very proud of.
Mm-hmm.
And that space has started out of the need to create a space for anybody to come and dance anywhere you want, not just for dancers specifically. It's for those people that's always in the club, or that's at the 21st and you're on the dance floor, but you always wonder, like, how can I be the first one on the dance floor? Like, that one has so much confidence.
Yeah.
How do I get that? So that was how it was birthed, because I wanted that space for myself. You know, I wanted no one to tell me how to turn, how to point my toes, none of that. Like, yes, I get that structure, but sometimes I just wanted to be free and like leave me alone. So it started out of that, and then it built from my research in my master's in dance and psychology. And I looked at, like, what is dance, like, why do people want dance so much? Why do you want to be on the floor? Or why do you like watching dance? Why are you crying when watching this performance? What is going on psychologically, and how can we use that to help people with what they're going through in life as well? So my research focused on how do you build confidence through dance, how do you build your self-esteem, and we use dance in a very creative and fun way. Like, I've had fun learning about it in that process as well for myself, and then, like, how can I help someone using dance to become more confident, and then realizing, oh, this is why I've been holding back, you know, in terms of like relationships or my work life. And so then there's this links that people can make because just through dance, of like how your body reacts to certain things and movements and stuff. So that's how we started GODANCE. Yeah.
Wow. I really find it super interesting because people use dance as a way of expressing themselves, or even a way to escape something.
Yeah.
There's something that we want to get rid of or release. So help me understand how can, because this is sounding like wellness to me. How can dancers understand how do we use dance and that relationship with the psychology element to not become, because we tend to, this is a long question, sorry, I'm getting there.
I hear you.
Because we tend to it can become our enemy sometimes when we dance, especially when it's competitive, that level of dancing, right? It can be our enemy, like, oh, I'm not confident, I suck as a dancer. But how can you explain this relationship between dance and psychology? Because yes, people use it as a way to be free, where you said your target is not necessarily the dancer, but it's the one who likes dancing but they're not confident.
And then they become dancers, actually. So
yeah.
So it's for anyone really who identifies as a dancer or non-dancer, because we've had workshops where we have professional dancers in a space and someone who's never danced in their life before. So everyone's on the same level, because they're coming into a workshop space where you are going to discover something about yourself.
Yeah.
Now, that was like never what I thought dance was supposed to be. Like a dance class was, I'm going to go there, I'm going to discover something about myself. No, I'm going there to learn moves to a style or something, right? So the link for me is that, think about it deeper. You exist as a being, as a body, and everything that you do happens through the body, through the experience of the body. So if you are dancing, like something is happening to you, but you something is being released, like you say, you're going there to release, but do dancers even know what you're releasing?
Right. That's the real question.
What is actually coming out?
What's happening? Yeah.
And so when you feel that level, like I want to focus on when you feel that level of like, I'm not confident, I'm releasing but I'm not feeling confident, that's liquor.
Yes.
That's actually a liquor space to be, because now you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
Now what you do with that vulnerability is up to you. Through movement. So you're vulnerable and you feel like, I've got nothing, like I'm empty, everyone's seeing everything about my whole life here. What do you do? And at that moment, that for me was the key thing to notice in my research, was that when people discovered that vulnerability, they either said, I'm leaning into it and I'm going to go discover what has been holding me back, or what have I been suppressing in my body, because your body holds on to memories. There's a lot of research about it. Your body remembers things that you don't remember. or that you do remember, but you know you've suppressed it, you've put it into the body. So when you're dancing, your body is activated, blood is moving, your cells are active,
Yeah.
your muscles are moving, and so it's releasing something, it's pushing out energy. That's what's happening. So when you feel that vulnerability, lean into it. Don't run away from it, because then you're still suppressing and you're still not dealing.
You're not actually getting out of
Yeah.
it what you want.
And then it comes up in other areas of, it comes up, why am I fighting with this person? Why do I have road rage? Why do I not get opportunities that I feel like I deserve?
Yeah.
It's because you're not letting that part of you be released and like discover more about what's happening. So the psychology of dance for me is like, it's such a lekker space to be in, because you get to vibe and you get to be free.
Yes.
And you also get to like develop the self
through this.
inside you.
It's beautiful.
You know?
It's beautiful.
So if you lean into the dancing, yes, dance, release, but then sit with it. Sit with that thought. Sit with what came up for you. Sit with, why was I not confident? Challenge yourself. Talk to yourself as if you were someone else, And I think that's like how you build the confidence through dance and using dance for that. And then you do it with me, because like I can see things that you can't see as well. So I can see that when you're doing this and you're dancing,
it's like psychological.
you're holding back.
Yes.
You're holding back, or you're thinking, or you're worried, someone's watching me. I just became conscious. Hold back. But when people are like, and they, then they don't care. And like that's the level you want to get to.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so what types of classes and sessions and things do you offer? Because as a dancer coming to you, I'm like, okay, I want to, obviously you get different types of clients coming to you. So as a dancer, I want to become more confident in my competitive way of dancing. I'm coming to you. What can you offer me? What types of sessions can you offer me?
Okay, cool. So we started moving into the wellness space. Like you talk about wellness. So we talk about movement wellness also because it's a bit softer to hear than dance workshop.
Yes, facts.
You're like, oh shit, I must learn something about
Yes.
dance. You're like, no, we movement workshop, we movement sessions. We focus on you sitting and understanding your body through different movements. So if you come to me and you say like, look, I want to build my confidence in competitive, then I will sit with you and ask, okay, so what is the problem?
Okay.
What has been the problem for you? What have you noticed when you compete that is holding you back from being on a level that you want to be at? So we'll sit with that, because it's both psychology and it's physical, remember?
Yes.
Not just physical.
Yes.
So we focus on movement. The movement, we sit with the body. I say, okay, cool, try these movements with me. You say, maybe you want to build strength in your legs. I say, okay, cool, try these different movements. Let's see how your flexibility is, what your strength is, what your joint strengthening is. Like there's a lot to look at, cardio even. And then we'll try to see where the weakness is,
Got you.
And then we build there.
Got you.
Both, like I say, physical, but then also psychological. Like, so what has been holding you back? Like, do you see, like your space, you see a lot of men in the space and you're intimidated. So go to Kanye Dance female battles,
Yeah.
So be more confident there. So it's also about understanding the psychology of how you react to different spaces. Because if you think about it, how many people have told you they don't want to go to the gym or they don't want to go to dance classes because of the environment? So we also try to decolonize. Let go of those things, So move out of those spaces and just sit with yourself, sit with your body, understand your body and how it moves, and then we move into strengthening from there, So we're starting our movement sessions to the public on the 27th of June.
Period.
27th of
Diarize
June.
that,
Yes,
please.
10:30 in the morning. So be there, because you need to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much information out there at the moment now about what fitness, how you must lift weights and all that stuff.
100%.
Bring your questions, bring your concerns, and we sit with it and we find a good strategy for you to work on, So we build through that. But we also do dance workshops, which is the fun part, where you come and you learn choreography.
Period.
You come and you can experience a full dance class, like a whole workshop, Again, it's open up to everyone. Whether you've never danced before, whether you've always wanted to dance, whether you're professional, it's just coming to that space and just working on some basics again and building confidence.
The way my brain is going now, I'm thinking that as we have bodies now, we have muscles.
Yes.
So the way I'm visualizing how GODANCE is you've got the psychological element, you've got the dance, but with all of these things comes, you can You can teach someone confidence. You can teach them how to be okay with sitting in vulnerability in the dance. So these are all things that we need to train as dancers. These are muscles that need to be trained.
Yes.
They need to be strengthened, basically. So, last thing before we say we'll see you on the 27th
Yeah.
of June. Last thing that I want to ask you is, when dancers are learning choreography, when they are battling, you mentioned something about how you can tell by the body language what's actually happening. I always find that it's a very vulnerable thing to dance.
Yep,
To put
definitely.
yourself out there, because this is you. People can judge you, people can say you suck. Then it's like, okay, I suck then.
Yep.
You know, what advice would you have for dancers to be okay with sitting in the uncomfortable spaces, whether you're on stage and you know you messed up a piece, or you're in a battle and you know this person is like better than me? How do we be okay with sitting in that, but also acknowledging our own level of dance or fitness level in that space? So what advice would you have for a dancer?
Yep.
I know it's a
No, it's actually a very easy question.
okay.
My question is always, you know the game Would You Rather?
Yeah.
Say, ask yourself, play that game with yourself all the time.
Okay.
Would you rather have regret that you didn't try something? Would you rather have the nerves and the vulnerability come up and awkwardness come up because you did try something? So for me, it's that two things. It's, you know, you just like battling those two things. Because so for my master's presentation, can you imagine a full department of psychologists,
Damn.
professors and others sitting in
Yes.
this room?
Damn.
Now what did I do? Put the music on and I started dancing.
Woo.
Can you see?
Yeah.
So there's a video of it on GODANCE on our page on
Jesus.
Instagram. I was so nervous. Like I played the music from my phone, also embarrassing. And I'm like, then I thought to myself, I'm doing research on dance. And I'm doing the first research on dance and psychology in South Africa. Why wouldn't I dance?
Yes.
I promise you I was back and forth with myself the whole time. Should I?
Yeah.
And I was like, just do it.
Yeah.
Just play the music and dance.
Yeah.
And then they were like so impressed. And then I thought, you know what? I'm actually going to flip it on them. Because if you say something about what I just did, dancing in a space where it's not supposed to be, then it's about you. Why do you feel uncomfortable with that?
Why?
Let's talk about the
Let's talk about
psychology
that.
of why you feel that was something that shouldn't have been done. And where do you stand on this thing that dance belongs in a specific space? I will challenge you on that question. So when it comes to what dancers should do, it's that very thing of like, would you rather live a life of trying and legacy, or live a life that you never tried because you were too scared in that moment?
Yeah.
Like none of the greats exist because
They played it safe.
Played it safe. Kendrick is there because he tried shit. You know, he tried things, and everybody that you know tried things, and be embarrassed. Like, just be embarrassed, maybe. Have a booger in your nose, fart while you're dancing. I don't
Do
care.
what you need to do.
If
You
that's
did
the
it.
most, if that's the thing you're worried about, you know what I mean? Let it happen.
Let it
happen.
Let it rip.
And it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, then you tried, because people will talk about it, but people are talking about you. So for me,
True.
it's like that. And then just go. Just vibe with it. Just be yourself. I mean, GODANCE's whole thing is about be you in a world of them. There cannot be another you. There cannot be another version of you in this other lifetime. In my 40 years, I've tried stuff. I've figured things out. I've failed, whatever. But I can at least look back and say, yo, I lived decades, bruh.
You lived
I
4 decades.
lived many different lives.
4 different lives. Or is it?
No,
4
way
decades.
more than that. In
Jesus.
1 decade, you'd find me at 2 degrees. I traveled the world. I did a
Damn.
lot of stuff in 1
Wow.
decade. So
That's
I'm not
inspiring.
stopping, my bro. You know, be embarrassed, be anxious, but do it. It doesn't matter.
Like they say, do it scared, do it hungry, do it angry, do it.
Do it farting.
Do it. But you did it.
Whatever. Yeah. Away.
Okay, for the movement sessions, where is it happening?
So it's going to be happening at Observatory Community Hall in Observatory. And they can find all the information on our socials. So it's GODANCE TM on Instagram, Facebook. We're on TikTok. We also have a Move with GODANCE page. So for those of you that still are a little bit too nervous to come out in public, don't worry about it. We got you on socials. There are movement videos online.
Okay.
2 minutes, 5 minutes.
Nice.
Watch them, do them.
Do
Don't
it.
just watch it, just do it.
Do it.
We also are on YouTube as well, so we have some more dance tutorials on there, which is dope.
Great.
It's like how to be
Cool.
the first on the dance floor. I actually have a video about it. How
Wow.
to build that confidence.
Damn.
Basic
Okay.
movements that people can learn, choreography, how to
Cool.
learn difficult moves. It's
Mm.
open up to the public. It's on my YouTube channel, Simone Momplé.
Period. Thank you, Simone. That was fun.
Thanks, Cassidy.